On his first night at Graystone Apartments, Ethan watched an old man unlock apartment 8B. The strange part was that every resident insisted nobody had lived there for the past 15 years. The old man entered apartment 8B without looking around. Before the door closed, Ethan noticed a warm light inside, as if someone had been waiting for him. Curious, Ethan walked to apartment 8B only seconds later. The hallway was silent, and the apartment door was locked with a thick steel chain from the outside. The next morning, Ethan told the building manager what he had seen. Instead of laughing, the manager quietly asked him to never mention apartment 8B again. Ignoring the warning, Ethan searched the building directory. Apartment 8B was missing, as if it had never existed on any official record. That night, the old man returned at exactly 11:47 p.m. This time, Ethan noticed the stranger carrying 3 old brass keys hanging from his leather bag. Ethan quietly followed him, but the hallway lights suddenly flickered. When they came back on, the old man had disappeared without a sound. Standing outside apartment 8B, Ethan found fresh white lilies placed neatly beside the chained door. Under them was a folded handwritten note. The note contained only 4 words. "I kept my promise." There was no signature, no date, and no explanation. The next morning, Ethan searched old newspapers and discovered one headline that everyone else seemed to have forgotten. "Family dies in apartment explosion." Every article ended the same way. The final paragraph had been carefully cut away, leaving the most important part of the story missing. An elderly resident finally spoke to Ethan. She whispered that the apartment wasn't cursed. Someone simply didn't want the truth to be remembered. That evening, Ethan noticed a maintenance door, hidden behind a vending machine. The brass keys hanging from the stranger's bag suddenly made perfect sense. Inside the narrow maintenance tunnel, Ethan found fresh footprints leading deeper into the walls. Someone had used this passage only minutes earlier. The tunnel ended behind apartment 8B. Ethan looked through a small vent and saw the old man standing inside. He blinked once, and the apartment was suddenly empty. Ethan rushed into apartment 8B through the hidden passage. The room was completely empty, but the old table lamp was still warm, as if someone had switched it on only moments ago. On the dining table, Ethan found a leather-bound maintenance log. Every Friday for 15 years, the same name appeared on the final page: Harrison. The latest entry had been written only minutes earlier. Ethan searched every room, but there was no second exit, and no place for anyone to hide. The building manager recognized Harrison's name immediately. Then he quietly opened an old newspaper and pointed to Harrison's obituary. Harrison had supposedly died 8 years ago. Residents remembered attending Harrison's funeral, yet every Friday, fresh lilies still appeared outside apartment 8B. No one could explain who placed them there. Ethan checked the building's security cameras. Every hallway appeared normal, but the cameras froze for exactly 30 seconds at 11:47 every Friday night. Hidden inside the frozen footage, Ethan noticed a small reflection. It wasn't Harrison's face, it was the brass keys hanging from his leather bag. The keys matched an old blueprint Ethan found in the basement. One key opened the maintenance tunnel, another opened apartment 8B, and the third had no label at all. Following the blueprint, Ethan discovered a forgotten archive room beneath the building. Dust covered every shelf except one locked metal cabinet. The third brass key fit perfectly. Inside the cabinet, Ethan found sealed documents and a recent photograph of Harrison. Someone had lied about his death. The sealed documents revealed years of ignored gas leak complaints. Every warning carried Harrison's signature, but every repair request had been rejected by the building owners. A final envelope contained a handwritten letter. Harrison had copied every document before disappearing. because he knew the truth would eventually be buried forever. The letter revealed Harrison never accepted blame. He disappeared after receiving threats, determined to protect the evidence until someone honest finally found it. Ethan handed every document to an investigative journalist. Within days, forgotten records became front-page news across the city. The investigation exposed years of corruption. The owners had erased records, altered newspapers, and spread the false story that Harrison had died. 1 week later, police arrested the former building owners. After 15 years, the Carter family finally received the justice they had been denied. Apartment 8B was reopened and restored. Harrison's old table lamp, the family photographs, and fresh white lilies remained exactly where he had always placed them. Ethan searched for Harrison everywhere, but nobody had seen him since the night inside Apartment 8B. It was as if he had vanished again. A retired police officer recognized Harrison immediately. He quietly admitted the obituary had been fabricated to help Harrison escape the people who wanted him silenced. Harrison had never stopped living. He simply sacrificed his own identity so the evidence would survive longer than the people trying to destroy it. Before leaving, Ethan found one final note inside the apartment. It simply read, "Promises matter more than names." There was no signature. Ethan placed Harrison's 3 brass keys inside a glass display at the apartment entrance, ensuring every resident would remember the truth hidden behind Apartment 8B. Months later, Ethan noticed fresh white lilies outside Apartment 8B once again. This time he smiled and quietly walked away, knowing some promises never truly end. The greatest mysteries are never about ghosts. They are about ordinary people who choose to do the right thing, even when no one is watching.